Hey, what's going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, sort of especially. This is the one, the only Mr. Criticism Guy 2009, aka NintendoSonyfreak2011, and today I'm going to be talking about an old school rapper who's from maybe the mid-late 90s to early 2000s. He was pretty big. He didn't really get the pinnacle of success, but he was a rapper I usually loved to enjoy a lot back in the days. Sorry about that, that was my speaker that fell. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin. So rapper Noriega, Nori, Boppy, or whatever you want to call him. He was a really big old school East Coast like rapper or whatever from New York, straight out the fucking Bronx and shit. And I used to enjoy listening to a lot of his music, especially all the collaborations he did back in the day, like a lot with Big Pun and Fat Joe and the rest of the Terror Squad and shit. Any of you guys remember that shit? You know how banging that shit was back in the days. My God, I can't tell you how many times I used to listen to hell out of that time back in my 90s, early 2000s kids days. My God. Really beautiful, amazing times back in the day. That right there was when music was a lot more original. People had their own independent thoughts, and people wouldn't be able to judge as much as they do now. A lot more judgmentalism people that are out there now than there was back in the day. I mean, there probably still, granted, there still was a few couple assholes that like to judge and shit, but Noriega, he wasn't one of them. And this time he's going to get after the Illuminati and shit like that. And this is nothing new. A lot of old school rappers have, stated that there is like Satanism and rap and shit like that in the satanic crazy realm called the music industry. And thank God this is one of the main reasons I will never ever get involved in the music industry ever, even though I pretty much can't rap for shit. I never have, never will, never want to at all. But other than that, that's not the point that I'm making in this video. The real point statement is what I want to talk about is a little interview that he gave to Black TV and shit like that. And of course Mark Dicey covered this already, so shout out to him for doing this first, way before I did. That's funny because, he said eventually, oh, he'll definitely get into it and shit, You already know how that guy is. If you don't know who Mark Dice is, if you're not awake or anything and you're still sheeply, you probably don't know. You've been living under a rock or something. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. But yeah, fact of the matter is, he's going against these guys. It's like, it's good in a way because, he's waking more people up, especially, no offense to African Americans out there, a lot of black people, unfortunately, it's like, they have a lot of cloud under judgment. Not every single black person out there, because there are some that I know are extremely intellectual, very smart, have good heads on their shoulders. I'm subscribed to a couple of you, like I've said, not in the distant past, just last year, even earlier this year. And yeah, me bringing up my case in point is that like he called a lot of bullshit out, like how Jay-Z and Beyonce do their little Illuminati pentagrams, as you can see there. And he talked a lot of shit about Rihanna and Lil Wayne, and you know what? I'm not even gonna blame him at all. You know what? Let the man fucking speak. It's his fucking mind. It's his fucking opinion. It's not even opinion at this point. It's straight out fucking fact that this guy knows exactly what he's talking about when it comes to, like, he said there's certain doors to achievements that you have to do, like certain aspects that the Illuminati wants you to take or whatever when you get into that satanic rap industry. They're like, there's a lot of like witchcraft and wizardry shit that gets played behind the scenes that people don't really see, And this guy, he knows exactly what he's talking about. He's actually been informed in the, the music industry. Now crazy as fuck the fast like this for him, I wouldn't even blame him at all if he, didn't want to be a part of that. But then Mark Dicey ends up, he goes to say that eventually he's going to want to have that piece of the pie of the Illuminati too, He's going to want the millions and millions of dollars, but this is the thing. And a lot of people, unfortunately, don't see this, whether they become a billionaire or not, or if they win the lottery or whatever. It's like, at the end of the day, when you die, and you either go to heaven or hell, you're not going to be able to take that money with you. Anything physical that is on this earth, it stays on this earth. You can never take that with you as soon as you end up hitting the grave, whether it's by an accident, any tragic event, freak accident, any disease out there like cancer, tuberculosis, HIV, STDs, STIs. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. And Lord willing, you die by natural age. Like, hopefully that's how I'm willing to die, when I'm like 89 years old by natural age, But then Mark Dicey talks about a lot of other things, like how Google and want you to live forever in the next 20, 25, maybe 30 years from now. They're going to want to implant shit in your brain. Just like how Ghost in the Shell, that anime. If you haven't seen that anime, check that shit out. It's a really good ass anime. And that explains to you 100% where this the future of humanity and mankind is headed to. I know this shit sounds like a movie, but eventually it will come to pass. I mean, I'll probably end up dead if it's past 100 years from now, but if it's under like 70 or 80 years, I'll probably be an old grandpa by then. But yeah, case in point, I gotta give kudos, credit where credit is due, Mr. Noreiega, for talking about this, even though he's probably gonna get slandered really fucking hard for it. But you know what? Fuck it. He's a dude. He's gonna let him do his own fucking thing. Anyone else can ride over his statements. To each his own. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And dude's got balls to be putting that shit out on the internet and the rest of them, Vlad TV and everything, because there's a lot of fucking dumbass idiots on there, like there was a World Star Hip Hop. I'm not even gonna fucking touch on that topic because I did a rant about almost 2 years ago about that shitty ass site. I'm not gonna talk about it at all after that. But like I always say, is what it is, ain't what it ain't. See you when I see you. You guys have a good day. Have a good night wherever you're at around the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. See you soon. See you around. Peace out. Lates. Goodbye. I'm going to put the link to Mark Dice's channel, like in his video, and then Noreiega's interview as well. So be on the lookout for that shit again. Hopefully you check it down below and just don't skip past the description. Hopefully you guys don't do that. And I'll talk to you next time. Lates. Goodbye. I'm out, and see you around.